Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm Nancy, owner and innkeeper of Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, in beautiful Lancaster County. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be making a peach galette. Now, you say, what is a galette? And what's the difference between a galette and a crostata or a pie? Kind of nothing, but I'll tell you what, a galette is not easy as pie, it is easier than pie, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the difference between a crostata and a galette is nothing but language. Crostata is Italian, galette is French, and it's this nice little homemade looking rustic pie, so you don't have to worry about crimping edges or anything like that. You just put these peaches on top of this slab of dough, fold over the edges, stick it in the oven, and you have something delicious. So first we're going to start with our secret weapon, which is this Pillsbury pie crust. If you don't make your own pie crust, this is like the best pie crust on the market. And they come in a box, 2 little pie crusts, and we're going to be using both of these pie crusts. Let me open this up. We're going to be rolling these together to make one great big thick pie crust as the basis for our delicious galette. Now, you're going to be able to use this with a lot of other fruits too, not just peaches, but we are coming up on peach season, so this is going to be delicious. Now, first thing, you need to have a little bit of flour on the counter because I don't want my pie crust to stick to the counter. So what are you doing on this beautiful day today? This happy Wednesday? I am getting ready to go to my niece's wedding. She is getting married this Saturday out in Indiana. I am so excited for my trip. Okay, I have 1 pie crust down. I'm going to put a little bit of water on top of this. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to put the very next pie crust on top of this. Look how handy these are. They just kind of come out of this package. You unroll them and you're ready to go. Now, you do want to put these at room temperature for a couple of minutes before you unroll them. And then have these all together. I'm going to take my rolling pin, kind of smash these together and roll them out to about, so they're maybe about another inch, like 13 inches, something like that. Do you have to be 13 inches specifically? No way. This is a rustic tart. Remember that? Drop your name in the comments, say hi today, tell me what you're doing. Any great summer desserts on your menu coming up? Okay, so that is it for my whole pie crust. I've smashed these 2 things together. I have 1 big pie crust. I'm going to put it right here on my baking sheet to get ready to go for those peaches. Oh, the peaches are so nice too. Get them at a farm stand. You can even find them on sale in the grocery store. Now, the best thing to do is put this in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. You get this out in about 15 minutes. It's going to stay cold, and then it's going to stay, make your pie crust nice and flaky. Now, you should turn the oven on to 375 degrees. That's how you want that to be. We're going to bake that when we're ready for about 15 minutes. All right, now we need the peaches. You need about 1.5 pounds of peaches. That's like 5 or 6 big peaches. And you're going to slice them into like maybe 3/4 of an inch, an inch size wedges. So your peaches should be like nice and firm, but ripe. And if they're ripe, when you cut this around the edge, you should just be able to twist this off and your peach is ready. If your peach is not ripe, you're gonna have a hard time twisting that baby off. You don't want these too overly ripe, so they're mushy. That's not gonna help you out here. Just gonna slice these up, got the other half to go, and then this bowl is about 5 or 6 peaches. Okay, so I have this in half, gonna cut this one in half again. I have been waiting all morning to taste this. I cannot wait to take a bite of this. It's gonna be so delicious. I love peaches, and you know what? This would be good with ice cream, or if you could put a little bit of whipped cream on top of that. Whipped cream makes anything delicious, right? Okay, so I have my peaches here. to this, I am going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. You need a little bit of sweetness with this. And remember, anytime that you are measuring brown sugar, you're always packing it in. That's how the recipes are written. So pack this in, choink, choink, choink. There's my 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Got that going. I know this looks so good already. Doesn't it smell that brown sugar? I know, so good. All right, need about 2 tablespoons of flour. And what the flour is going to do in this is kind of, you know how juicy things get when you bake them. You see a lot of liquid come out of them. This kind of helps soak up the liquid so you don't have, so it's kind of like a nice thick sauce with it. All right, so I have 2 tablespoons on there, and then I'm going to grate a little bit of lemon zest onto this just to give it a little bit more flavor as well. And remember, when you're grating the lemon zest, you never want to get down to the white part. That's the part that's bitter, so you're only going to take off that top layer. And we are assuming, of course, that you have washed your peaches and washed your lemons. And I'll have this recipe posted. Okay, oh, smell that. Smell that. Doesn't that smell so good? So delicious. All right, and then we just kind of toss this together. Take a spoon and stir that up a little bit. Coat the peaches with the brown sugar and with the flour and stir it around. Oh, I hear my oven is ready. So you can see what's happening here. These peaches are getting coated. You don't have to worry about whether or not they're uniformly coated. See what's going on there? I know they look pretty good. And on top of this, we're going to add something else. Going to add a little bit of ground ginger. That's about a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Smell that. Do any of you like sushi? I like sushi. And I like that ginger that you get with it. So good. Love the wasabi as well. All right, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. Just going to sprinkle that over the top. Come on. There we go. Oh, smells so good already. And then we're going to need just a little bit of salt. Now this calls for about a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Kosher salt is those bigger kind of crystals. So if you're using regular salt, you're going to use 1/2 of that. So that's going to be about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and that helps bring out the flavor of everything. All right, we have one more thing to add to this. I'm going to give this a quick stir, and then I have to add my Penzies vanilla because it tastes so good, and then a little bit of fresh lemon juice. All right, Penzies, I know. My favorite of all. Your favorite too. I know that. Smell that. We love that. Ooh. Oh, that makes my mouth water. All right. A little bit of Penzies vanilla. Sprinkle that on top. And then I want a little bit of lemon juice as well. About a tablespoon of lemon juice, maybe. Adds another little kick to this. Going to help the peaches from browning too much even as we do this. Oh, this is going to be so good. I'm doing this over a container because little custard cup. Yeah, look at all the seeds I have in there already. Fresh lemon juice. How good is that? So good. You just take that out of there. Okay, scoop out. Get out of my way, seeds. There. Oh. What is better than fresh fruit in the summer? Fresh fruit in a galette, maybe? Well, how about that? With some whipped cream on top or some ice cream on top? Yeah, how about that? All right, so look at this. These peaches are all coated with brown sugar, with cinnamon, a little bit of lemon juice, some ginger. Looks so good. Now we're going to arrange these on top of that pie crust that we just rolled together. And you don't have to worry about how you put this together. This is a rustic looking kind of thing. So you're going to start on the outside of this about 2 inches in. And when I was in probably 3rd grade, my friend Teresa de St. Aubin, showed me how to use my fingers as measurements. I know. She said, well, look at this part of your finger, this on your little finger, from this joint to this joint, that's about an inch. So if you ever have to measure anything, you know that that's about an inch. And she said, and look at this finger, from here to here is about 2 inches. So if you ever have to measure anything, you can know that's about 2 inches. So I always thank her for teaching me that, so I don't have to get my ruler out all the time. All right, so this is just going to go kind of in a circle, little swirl if you can, overlap these. But the beauty of this, two beauties of this, other than you and me, right? The beauty of this is, first of all, you don't have to make the pie crust, which is wonderful in and of itself right there. The other part is, this doesn't have to look perfect. This is what it's supposed to look like. Very rustic, kind of like you threw it together at the farm table after you came in from milking the cows, or came in from your chateau and making the cheese or whatever you do at your chateau, right? This peach is a little bit large. Let's see, I'm going to cut this one in half. Yeah, I don't always get them even. That's okay though. All right, now I'm going to have some juice left in the bottom of this, and what I'm going to do with that juice is just pour it into the middle of this. It looks so good, and like my mouth is actually watering to taste this. It smells so good. I wish you were in this kitchen right now. One day you have to be, you know that, right? So delicious. Yeah, so Jenna is getting married this weekend to Tyler. Lucky man that he is. Jenna is my goddaughter, so I'm really excited. I get to do a reading at the wedding. I get to say something because the godparents get to have a little part in the ceremony. I'm excited for that. Jenna is a teacher. There we go. I never got to meet Tyler. You know, it's been, they're out in Indiana and I'm running it in and they're doing their life, and then COVID hits and nobody sees anybody. So this is actually the first time I'm going to meet Tyler and his family, and I'm pretty excited about that. All right, see what's going on here so far? Yep, just swirl them in a circle. I have some more peaches left here. I'm gonna put them on like this. She teaches, Jenna, do you teach biology? What do you teach? I know she teaches the science to high school kids, but she's got those kids in line, I'll tell you what. All right, I think teachers kind of run in our family. There we go. All right, so I have a couple of peaches left over. Guess what's going to happen with those? I'm going to eat them on my yogurt. All right, so here comes the fun part with this galette. So you don't have to crimp the edges. All we're doing is folding this up. Can you see this? And I'm going to just fold that over, fold that over, fold that over. See, kind of like you're pleating it. I'm going to do that all the way around. So what's happening here is this is kind of making a little pocket to hold all the juices in, so they don't leak out of our delicious galette. And then this is going to go in the oven for 50 minutes at 375, and you're going to put this in the lower part of the oven, like the lower third of the oven, because you want the bottom of the crust to bake. So this is going to go in. Look at this. It looks so good already, doesn't it? Okay, in you go, my friend, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. I set the timer on this so I don't forget. Oh, not 5 hours. That wouldn't be good, would it? How about 50 minutes? Let's try that. 50, timer, there we go. There we go. Okay, so when this comes out, look at this. This is one that I baked earlier. I want to show you what I did with this. Can you see how this half is kind of shiny? This half is plain. So here is your other secret weapon, aside from the pie crust. You're going to take just a couple teaspoons of like apricot jelly or peach jelly or jam. Gonna microwave that for about 30 seconds and then brush it on to the galette. And it gives it that shine and gives it another extra layer of flavor. I am so about layers of flavors. I know it is your mouth watering to try this. Mine is for sure, because peaches are so good anyway. Let me grab this from the microwave. Okay. I know, it looks so great. Yep, so I will be driving out there. See, you can see this start to shine already, right? And then what I like to do, after I brush this on, I've turned the oven off. I'm just going to stick this back in the oven for about 5 minutes. The oven is off, and that's going to kind of, don't want to say harden necessarily, but sort of set this jam that I have on it. Oh my gosh, does this look so good? I can't stand it. I know. Would be good too if you would put like a raspberry jam on this, mix up the flavors a little bit. See, and this is what it's supposed to turn out like you put something together with Play-Doh in first grade. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be so delicious. Would you like a bite? I would really, really like a bite. All right, so let's cut into this. Oh, that pie crust looks so good. I can hear it kind of like snap. I don't even think I got to the bottom of it. There it is. All right, cut a nice piece of this. This is like a delicious pie without the trouble. I wonder if you could make this on Pie Day, March 14th. I don't know. Maybe it would have to be Galette Day. All right, let me get a piece of this, put it on my plate. We're going to try this baby. Look at that. Looks so good. And look at the crust on that, too. I put a little whipped cream because everything's better with whipped cream. And you will get the first bite, okay? Let's have whipped cream like we mean whipped cream, right? Okay, here we go. Look at that. All right, first bite is for you. Oh, you are lucky today. First bite. So good, right? So good. Those peaches are cooked, tart, delicious, and sweet at the same time. Try this again. I know. Do you see how easily that comes through? I need a cup of coffee with this for sure. Okay, one more bite. There you go. Look at that, practically ate the whole thing. So good. And you're finished with it in about an hour. I mean, prep time took what, 15 minutes maybe? Easy to do. Kids would like to help you with this as well. All right, I hope you enjoy your galette or your crostata or your pie, whatever you want to call it. No easier than pie. And have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm so excited to go to that wedding this weekend, but I will be back next Wednesday. And we are going to be making gazpacho, that cold veggie deliciousness that uses up all of those great vegetables in the garden in the summer. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful week. And remember, you be the light. Something good is going to happen today to you and through you. I will see you next Wednesday. I'm Nancy, your favorite innkeeper from Old Square Inn in Mountjoy, Pennsylvania, beautiful Lancaster County. Bye, everybody. See you next Wednesday. Hi, everyone. Nancy here. If you like this video and want to see more, just click on the subscribe button below. And if you want to try even more delicious recipes from our award-winning B&B, click on the link in the description for our Let's Cook with Nancy cookbook. Makes a great gift for the chef in your life, even if that chef is you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.